All right, welcome. Welcome and thank you for joining our Sanctuary community in celebration. Sanctuary Church is a 508c1a faith-based organization. Our faith in sacred mushrooms stems from the prehistoric use of our ancestors and personal experiences of our modern members. Psilocybin mushrooms are one of the greatest sacraments that nature offers, raising our awareness so that we can access a direct connection to the source of life. It is our sincere belief that the consumption of psilocybin-containing mushrooms is a communion, which brings us closer to what we commonly call God. We understand this concept as pure consciousness, which permeates all being. This pure consciousness is, we believe, the ineffable source of creation and the health and the origin of health and well-being. Our vision and mission at Psanctuary is to live in a world with supportive and joyful communities, empowered to discover our own divinity with sacred mushrooms and each other. We are bringing together for healing and connection. We are bringing people together for healing and connection to divine revelation through communion with sacred mushrooms. We ask that you mute your mics if you're not muted already. The 30-minute service portion of our gathering is being recorded and will be posted on YouTube for community viewing. We'll begin with a short guided meditation, followed by 2 readings to facilitate our journal prompt and the discussion following service. Prior to the 90-minute discussion, we'll invite one of our community leaders to share some Sanctuary announcements, updates, and frequently asked questions. We invite you to find a comfortable space where you can settle in and be present as we begin our service. I now invite Alana to lead us in a short meditation.
Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. I invite you to find a comfortable, supported position. Closing your eyes, take a long, slow, deep breath in. And exhale slowly as you sink into your seat. Another deep breath in. Exhale slowly. Begin to visualize in your mind's eye a mountain, jagged and mostly bare. Its gray, rocky face is expansive and nearly surrounds you, almost as if you're inside the bowl of a former volcano, tall, rough, powerful. Below it lies a lake that is clean and clear, so clean you can see the rocky granite bottom. Its edges are framed by low green bushes and moss. You're kneeling at the edge of the lake, gazing gently into the water. Its cool surface is so still that you can see the blue sky reflected, and even the mountain's crisp, sharp ridges. You look deeper and notice your own reflection. Clear, like a mirror, not distorted at all. You also notice the scent of pine in the air. Breathing it in, I see myself as still water, and breathing out, I am calm. You continue breathing it in slowly and deeply, gazing lovingly at your own reflection, in awe of this experience. Your body is still. Your perceptions are unrippled. Your mind is calm. You may see thoughts come into view like clouds, but just let them pass. You do not identify them or name their shapes, just let them drift on by. Breathing in stillness And breathing out, calm. Breathing in, I see myself as still water. Breathing out, I am calm. As you breathe, you realize that this is much like life. When we're still, our perceptions of ourselves and the world around us become clearer, crisper. Breathing in stillness, breathing out clarity. And as you gently begin to drift away from your reflection, returning to the water's edge, returning to your seat in the room, one last slow, deep breath in. Let us reflect with calm, clear perceptions today as we continue on with service. I welcome you to ease back into this moment, gently opening your eyes when you're ready.
Thank you, Alana. Before we move into our readings and while we're still in this mindful, centered space, I invite us all to place our hands on our heart as we take a few moments to send loving intention to our sacrament and to all who cultivate or consume these mushrooms. Without these gifts of our Creator and the communion of our members, this community would not exist. The healing brought on by our sacrament is not limited to the times when we consume the mushroom, but extends into all aspects of our lives and spreads like the mycelium around the world. It is through intention and attention that we call forth the healing power of our mushroom and the community that we have formed around it. Let us use our ever-expanding awareness to bring greater peace and healing to our world. Let us radiate gratitude from our hearts to our Creator and to our community and to those who cultivate our sacrament. For these gifts impart healing to those who commune with love and sincerity. In cultivating and consuming this sacrament, we become aware of the oneness of life, the knowing that we live in all things and that all things live in us. Let us apply this understanding to all our relationships and aid us in our journey as members of the human family. Thank you, everyone. And our rotating text today was selected by our founding member, Minister Eric Osborne, and comes from the book Awakening the Luminous Mind by Tenzin R. I invite our volunteer, Margot, to read the passage aloud.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Awakening the Luminous Mind by Tenzin Rinpoche, finding inner refuge through the stillness of the body. The pain body has its own speech. It has its own voices. It's not hard to avoid certain people, change your job, even get a divorce. But it is very difficult to get divorced from your inner critical voices. Even if you go on a beautiful holiday, pain speech follows you. How is it possible to overcome your inner critic? It is not possible by more talking, not even more intelligent thinking, which is what we commonly try. So what can you do? Focus your attention and listen to the silence. If your voices are persistent, simply allow the voices and feel the space and the silence around them. Feel the silence in and around the voices rather than trying to find silence in the absence of the voices. You don't need to run away from noise to find silence. It is there. It has always been there. By doing this, You neither reject nor invite the voices. You are simply open to them. Openness is key. A man I knew bought a house on a beautiful piece of land, which seemed like a quiet place, but he was obsessed with noise. He said to me, "Can you believe I paid all this money and can still hear noise from the road?" He even wanted to sue the realtor because the house was supposed to be peaceful. The moment he moved in, he began listening for noise and put much effort into hearing it. Isn't this what we do all of the time? But do we ever listen for the silence? Right now, if you listen for it, you can hear it. You will discover so much more if you hear the silence. The moment that you hear the silence, the power of your internal voice weakens. But if you hate your thoughts and inner dialogue, they will never diminish. Therefore, the second door, the door of speech, is very important. As you hear the silence, you are able to host the chattering mind. As you host without judgment or analysis, the power of your inner voice dissipates. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Thank you. Please take out your journals and pens, and we'll have 5 minutes of reflection utilizing the following prompt. How do you understand the idea of silence within the noise? Is this something you have experienced, or is this a completely foreign idea to you? How might you practice this in your own life? And I will start the timer, and I'll give you a 1 minute heads up when we're almost done. All right, we have about 20 more seconds. Sorry, I forgot to tell you a minute. All right, let's wrap up your thoughts. All right, and we'll move into the next portion of the service. The paradoxical nature of life and its mysteries are best experienced through the ineffable space we find in communion with the mushroom. For more than 2,000 years, the Tao Te Ching has provided guidance and instruction for exploring the paradox of existence. It is for this reason that we employ the Tao Te Ching as our primary sacred text and invite all to study it further as we delve deeper into the mystery of life. I invite Emil to read today's Tao Te Ching chapter aloud.
Morning, everybody. Tao Te Ching, chapter 63. Do the non-ado, strive for the effortless, savor the savorless, exalt the low, multiply the few, requite injury with kindness, nip troubles in the bud, sow the great in the small. Difficult things of the world can only be tackled when they are easy. Big things of the world can only be achieved by attending to their small beginnings. Thus, the sage never has to grapple with big things, yet he alone is capable of achieving them. He who promises lightly must be lacking in faith. He who thinks everything easy will end by finding everything difficult. Therefore, the sage, who regards everything as difficult, meets with no difficulties in the end.
Thank you, Emil. All right, I invite Nancy to share announcements about upcoming events and offerings.
Good morning. Our virtual circles and workshops are open to non-members for a suggested $5 donation and remain open at no cost to official members. Virtual offerings this week include all times are Eastern, Tuesday at 6:30, Internal Family Systems, Thursday at 6, Women's New Moon Circle, Thursday at 7:30, Psilocybin and Sobriety Circle, Saturday at 10:30, Sanctuary Book Club. You can register for these in the Zoom links on our events calendar at psanctuary.org. Applications are officially open for our spring equinox 8-week women's subtle sacrament program beginning March 18th. Joining this program gives you access to Subtle Sacrament 101 course and ordination assessment, a flexible and intuitively based communication framework, a flexible and intuitively based communion framework, 8 weeks of weekly live loop group coaching calls, weekly online sacrament communion reports reviewed by our group facilitator, Courtney Rose, private video chat group for all other ministers in the program. Sacrament for communion during this program may be requested by the subtle sacrament minister. You can find the link to register on Sanctuary Minister Program page and in the member benefits section of your member portal. This Wednesday, fellow member Brian Bruford will be leading our bi-monthly LGBTQ+ circle. This is a confidential, supportive, and exclusive space for those in the queer community and exploring a practice with sacred mushrooms. The focus will be on sharing our stories and encouraging each other on our journey. All you need to participate is an open mind and heart. This event is offered at no suggested cost for official Sanctuary members and is suggested $10 for non-members. Please visit our events calendar on our website to register.
All right, thank you, Nancy. And I suppose you could have communication with the mushroom also. All right, if you're not yet a member and are interested in joining our community of almost 400 members, or actually a little more than 400 now, you may begin this 5-step process by visiting, no, it's not even a 5-step process. Sorry, guys, I'm reading from a script. We changed that. It's no longer a 5-step process, but you can become a member by visiting sanctuary.org. All right, so we seek to create a nationwide, eventually global community that contributes to the healing of humanity. Your support is incredibly valuable as we grow and even after we are established. Becoming a member gives you access to our private official member chat server via the Discord app, minister ordination programs, our network of sacrament cultivators, sacrament services facilitated by our friends and family and community ministers, discounted community offerings, and more. And now invite Stephen to announce our new members this week.
Thank you, Amy. Good morning, everyone. We have 7 new members from 5 states to announce this week. We have Sarah from Indiana, Chase from Arkansas, Colin from Virginia, Maxwell from Maine, Betsy from Maine, Lori from Maine, and Michael from Kentucky. So welcome, everybody.
Welcome, everyone. Thank you, Stephen.
You're welcome.
Okay, I now invite Courtney to join us to share this week's Sanctuary update.
All right. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, everyone who's helped out this morning with service. Today, I want to share our new volunteer application page. For those of you who have been with us for the last 2.5+ years, now you know that our volunteer application process has gone through all kinds of little upgrades along the way. And I am just really excited to have this new volunteer page to make it easier for everyone to know what volunteer opportunities are available, because it hasn't always been so clear. So I'm going to show you the new volunteer application page. Amy, I think, yeah, there you go. Can you open up screen share for all participants so that I can share this?
All right, should work now.
You did it? Okay, cool. Thank you. All right, so to find the volunteer page, you must be a member with Psanctuary to get access to it. But you'll log in to your member portal. And you'll go to your member benefits section. And you'll go all the way to the bottom. While I'm here, I will just remind you all, I wanted to have this in the announcements, but it didn't make it there. Tomorrow, we're starting our directors weekly office hours. So we talked about this last Sunday, but it's a great place to just touch base with what's going on with Psanctuary, upcoming things we'd like your feedback on, ask any questions that you have. So that does start tomorrow. So you can check out the Zoom links for that there. But to go to the volunteer opportunities page, go all the way to the bottom of the member benefits section, go to volunteer needs, volunteer application page. So you'll click on the link, volunteer application here. Probably make that a little bit more clear for you to find it. Here's our new page. So you will see the current volunteer opportunities. If you didn't know, our Sunday service is completely volunteer run. Thank you again for everyone that helps with Sunday services. So often, those of you who have been helping for so long and those of you who are new to helping, the Sunday services are oftentimes the first offering that someone experiences when they check out our community. So thank you so much for everyone who's helping. We do have recurring positions available that we would love your help with. Sunday service meditation leaders. Alana did such a beautiful job this morning. Thank you so much, Alana. We have an East Coast and a West Coast service. We do have a West Coast service today, if you all want to double dip in Sunday service today at 10 a.m. Pacific. So we do need volunteers for that service once a month as well. So for any position, you'll look at the responsibilities involved, qualifications to apply, and the current time commitment. And then you'll click apply here, and it'll take you to a Google form, and you'll just fill out that form, and that goes to Nancy, our wonderful volunteer coordinator, and she reviews all applications and will contact you regarding what you applied for. We need Sunday service announcement readers, like Nancy helped with today. The rotating text readers and Tao Te Ching readers, always in need of those. We are also accepting applications for a marketing campaign manager. So you can read more about that here. I know we already have a couple of applications for that, which I'm so grateful for. A data manager and metrics facilitator. This is a very exciting position, I know, for Amy in particular, who created this position. So apply here for that. Also an online merchandise manager. We do have an online merch store, if you didn't know, where you can buy Psanctuary merch. We really currently don't profit much from this at all, but it is a cool way for our members to purchase merchandise and just spread the Psanctuary spores around town, let people know about Psanctuary. So we do need help with managing that store. So you can apply here for that. And that's all the positions today, but we will be adding more positions in the next couple of weeks. We need a lot of help around here. So please just stay tuned. We'll update you as we list more volunteer positions. I think James Ashby is going to speak on a new position that will become available very soon, next Sunday. So he'll talk more about that. But I think that's it. Does anyone have any questions about this volunteer application page? Does it look good?
It's impressive, Courtney.
Tell me it looks good.
It's fantastic.
Okay, thanks.
We look
Thank
like
you so
we
much.
got it going on.
Great, Courtney. Thank you.
All right. Thank you all so much. I'm going to stop my share now.
I guess I just wanted to bring this up to say thank you. Thank you, Courtney. We've come together with intentions of service to the land and all its inhabitants. It's in our hearts to go forth into a world with the collective consciousness. We encourage you to stay for continued fellowship and conversation around our readings today. And for those unable to stay, we thank you for being with us and wish you a great week ahead. And as we further our discussion, please remember that all perspectives are welcome as we search for the spiritual truth that unites us all. Please remember that we are not a medical or therapeutic organization. Statements made by the moderator or members of Psanctuary are their own. We are here discovering and exploring along with you. All right. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Debbie, who is going to be our discussion facilitator today.